All right, hey guys, we are setting up here for hole number 5 here. Now I usually use one of these two. Really depends on usually my the accuracy. I'm a little less important. It's more about the ball guide. So I can use either of these here. It's going to be kind of a no top spin, no backspin shot. So really the best thing that you have with ball guide is what you should be bringing here. So I'm just kind of, looking over everything. 3.2 is kind of my best guide. So that's what I'm going to stick with for the way that I go about doing this. Keep in mind my thorn is 91 accuracy. That is 1.2 per ring. So if you guys similarly need to, want to hit equivalent shots to me in terms of, with different clubs, they might have to go different rings. And you can go to Golf Clash Notebook to get wind chart. So if you find the wind charts on there, they're labeled wind charts, and you can generate your own sheets for your own bag, and it'll tell you how many rings to go, for instance, how many wind per ring to play. So in this case, let's just play a scenario out. 3.0 wind, for example. So for me, 1.2 per ring, I'm going to go roughly about 3 rings, just a hair less with my Hornets. And if you guys have something with less accuracy, that means the bullseye is going to be taller, larger in size, and you'll have to go less rings for your adjustment, maybe 1.5 rings. So just something to keep in mind. As I was mentioning, I really don't play around with the spin here. In fact, just to kind of get you guys on point, since I do have such a heavy top wind here, I'm going to set up kind of like this with just a little bit of top spin. And as I mentioned, I might just do just a little bit of an overplay into a headwind situation. So I was mentioning 1.2 per ring. I'm going to play like 1.0 per ring, and I'm just going to go 5 straight up rings, and let's just see how this plays out. Perfect ball. Hopefully that little bit of top spin gives me enough boost. Oh, just missing. So it lets you stay aggressive, keep it on this surface without running down the hill, fortunately enough. But you can see that it really gives you a very good, reasonable chance to hold that out, especially with the added accuracy of Hornets. Even with a great ball, for instance, maybe I have enough accuracy for that to actually catch the right edge and go in, for instance. Whereas with something with lower accuracy, say Thorn, 50 accuracy, it's going to be far too great. If I was to great ball that to the right, it would never hold its line for 2 yards. If you guys did a proper ring adjustment, then 2 yards is just too much to overcome for a great ball. So you really need a perfect ball, whereas you can see with the Hornet, it's way more accurate. The bullseye is half the size, so only having kind of a 1 yard tolerance is sometimes enough for you to still catch great ball and make it. So just something to keep in mind. And here you guys already saw me play this hole. We actually got a very similar wind, so you're going to see me play it very similarly here to what I did. A little bit of backspin. You guys already saw my land zone, the way that I like to go about doing this one. So we're going to do this very similarly here. And hopefully we'll wind up with very similar results. And I'll just get to show you guys, reiterate kind of to you guys how consistent this hole can play. So let's see how this one runs out. Looks like a little to the left, not bad overall. It's not too bad, especially in the earlier tours when you don't have ball guide. Getting it close every time can be a little bit of a challenge. But here, we're going to play very similarly to what I mentioned previously. We're just going to kind of set up our guide and just kind of funnel the hill, kind of like this. So you can see what I'm doing with the ball guide, the run out, everything that I'm doing. And 1.5 per ring. I might just do a little bit of an overplay just because of wind effect, pushing downwind. So here, maybe about 3.5 rings is going to be virtually spot on what I'm looking for here. There you can see I catch my perfect ball. Hopefully replicate that landing zone, get it to funnel down towards the hole, and you can see very consistent results. If you guys watch my shootout, that's very similar to what happened. I just got to kind of tweak that spin a little bit, and with just a little bit less spin, hopefully I can get that to run out, maybe be able to make that even. So, good luck with that par 3, guys. Hopefully you guys can get that hole-in-one with my guide, and be on the lookout for hole 6 coming up.